Hello. What's up, people? This is BP, and I wanted to talk to y'all today about my Craigslist roommates, man. Shit is real. Let me tell you. So, freaking, I've had several people live with me over the years, most of which have been pretty decent. Um, some of which I kind of messed up the situation in a sense. For example, I sleepwalk sometimes, especially if I drink. And by the way, 4 months alcohol free going on. Yeah, I'm former alcoholic. So 4 months sober. Pretty awesome. Anyway, so the girl was like sleeping in my living room on a blow up mattress. And I was like pissed drunk, right? And I freaking sleepwalked, and I even had my own date like in my room. Like, so I don't know what my subconscious mind was thinking, but anyway, I was butt naked and I walked over to her and I like leaned down and I go to like give her a hug. And next thing I know, I'm waking up to like her punching me in the freaking face. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is this shit? I'm like, oh shit, I'm naked. And why the hell am I reaching down to give you a hug? Like, and you're on your blow up mattress. And what the hell is this? I freaking ran out of, and dude, it was bad. It was really bad. So anyway, needless to say, she was like totally creeped out, and like, within a week she was gone. So and I mean like gone, she left. So anyway, I had to clarify. All right. So anyway, but then then we go to Mo. Okay, Mo, freaking little 20-year-old, freaking young, just starting out in life girl, smoking hot. I mean, she was a solid 10. Like, dude, she was so smoking hot. She was scalding hot. She's like, hey, I'm Mo. I saw your little Craigslist ad and I wanted to know, is it still available? I'm like, yeah, sure. Come check it out. So she comes over and we're chit chatting. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's smoking hot. She's like, hey, I guess she liked me or whatever. She, liked my vibe, or maybe she was attracted to me. She was like, hey, why don't I just just stay with you in your room? And I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, why not? So I was like, well, the rent is like $250, but I mean, if you're gonna stay with me, then just give it to me like, twice a month. I'm good with that. She was like, yeah, no problem. So anyway, we ended up hooking up for like 6 months. And now to this day, like she moved out and everything, but she got pregnant, knocked up by some dude, and just had her kid the other day and, told me about it. I was like, congrats, anyway, long story. But yeah, Mo was like smoking hot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, I've had some really, really interesting like roommates. Matter of fact, my current roommate now, Tracy, is the freaking bomb. Like, I feel like she's a godsend. I mean, literally, we're best friends. I mean, she's got her own room. I got mine. There's no hooking up. I don't even charge her rent. She's just so freaking awesome. I let her drive my second car, and freaking whatever. Just helping people is just like rock on. It's a great feeling. So, and then there was James. Freaking James. I actually relied on James quite a bit. He was like the second in command. Like he was my Robin, I guess, in the Batman world. Anyway, so freaking James would always tattletale on the other roommates. So I relied on him so much, to tell me the information. And then he would somewhat keep his little area clean. I mean, so check it out. Like I started out, I saved up like 20 grand, $20,000 staying in a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 roommates in the living room, 1 roommate, which was Tracy, in my room. And then it kind of later progressed into a 3-bedroom apartment, which is when I met Mo and Kyle and all these other characters. But yeah, so The one bedroom apartment, those were the glory days, man. And James would tell me everything that would go on. And I'll never forget. He calls me one day. He's like, dude, Brian. I'm like, what? He's from Haiti. He's like, Brian, look, you got to get here quick. I'm like, why? He's like, Michelle, she's naked. She's butt-ass naked, like going in and out of the house. And we're in an apartment complex, so everybody could see her. And I'm like, what do you mean she's going in and out of the house? And she's naked? Apparently, she, like, walked up to the freaking, what do you call it, the handrail? And, like, acted like a stripper and, like, got bent over, like, ass in the air, cheeks in the air, like, everything. And just was like, hey. And apparently the maintenance man, because Michelle was smoking hot too, but she was like, woohoo. But freaking, apparently the maintenance guys saw her, like looked up and saw her, like, whoa, dude, did you see that shit? They're like, yeah, bro. Freaking, it was something else, man. It was wild. I'm like, oh God. I hope my landlord doesn't kick me out for this chick, man. She's crazy. So like a week later, she like shows up out of the blue. It's like 1:00 in the morning. She's like, boom, throws a freaking little kitten on my bed. And I'm like, dude, this kitten can't stay. We can't have a kitten. So she like drops her on my bed and prances off. I'm like, oh shit. So I freaking grab the kitten and I go and take it to my mom's house, and she has it to this day. And anyway, like the next day, she like, again, like 1:00, 2:00 in the morning, I'm like sound asleep, bursts into my room, and I'm like, whoa, shit. And she comes right up to my face, and she's like, Brian, we really like you, but we're going to have to kill you now. And I was like, my eyes got real big. I was like, oh shit. Craigslist roommates, people. Craigslist roommates. It was freaking amazing. So, needless to say, she actually paid her rent on time every single month. And sometimes she would have like her little spats of being weird and being like butt ass naked in the house. And I'm like walking by, I'm like, oh shit. This chick is batshit crazy. But I'm like, yo, I would smash the shit out of that girl. That girl was smoking hot. I mean, had a perfect body. I ended up hooking up with her. She freaking was short on rent one month, and I was like, I got you, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah. So freaking, yeah, she was smoking hot. Anyway, I hope she's okay. God bless her. I don't know where she is in the world right now. I feel terrible I had to make her leave. But, anyway, long story short, that was Michelle. So, dude, I've had some really freaking amazing roommates. Tracy being number one. Like, couldn't ask for a better roommate, man. And then there's Kyle. Kyle, you wouldn't believe this shit. Like, dude wanted to sleep with all the girls I would bring over. Every time I had a new girl, he would sleep with her. Or try to, anyway. Freaking, I bring Liz over, one of my friends. We get together. I mean, it was great. And freaking, she's like, hey, I'm going to hang outside. I'm like, cool, I'm going to bed. And next thing I know, I walk in like the next morning. It's like 9:00 in the morning. And there she is, like laid up underneath Kyle's arm. I was like, what the hell? Well, anyway, needless to say, had to make Kyle leave, threw his shit out. And the next day he was shot. Can you believe that shit? He was shot. I didn't shoot him. Somebody else did. But it was in his new place. But anyway, all right, guys, that's it. Thanks for listening. Until next time.